G'day folks, Glenn Grantham, General Manager of Rain and Horn in Darwin. Just here to give you a market wrap on 2020 and specifically how that has influenced the Darwin marketplace in regard to residential property. The COVID, the year that we all want to forget, and obviously we thought that it was going to be something that inhibited our markets and our economy. But for the Darwin residential sales and rental market, that has been something completely different. We saw obviously at the start of 2020 through until around about March that we were starting to see a recovery, and I think that it actually commenced around about August, September last year that we started to see the number of sales increase across the board throughout Darwin. That took a while to impact. And that was something. It certainly hadn't impacted prices at the stage that we got to the start of the year, but that started to see some impact on what I call the A-grade stock, the properties available for owner-occupier houses in prime areas. We saw that all stall at the commencement of COVID, and fortunately for Darwin and the Northern Territory, it was one of the only places in the world that was free of community transmission. So as such, that lockdown effectively, or that minor shutdown of businesses and stall in the economy, probably only lasted for around about 4 to 6 weeks. One of the great things about the Northern Territory is the borders opened up first at the 7th of July, and all of a sudden we had an influx of people coming in, and COVID effectively has been a supercharger for that market recovery. We've seen we saw the recovering rental market spiral, and the demand on properties, 40 to 100 people attending opens, and prices being offered well and truly above the asking prices, to the tune now that as we come towards the end of the year, we're seeing that new leases or old leases where people are vacating are going back on the market advertised for anywhere up to $150 a week more. Obviously, that's a percentage-driven thing dependent upon the value of the property and also the desirability. Same sort of thing has started to happen in residential real estate sales. The thing about that is that it's the nature of the transaction. It takes a lot longer for that to impact the price. However, we've seen some massive impacts. A property that I recently sold in Milner that I appraised just over a year ago for mid-fives. Sold it at the first home open above asking price, which was $680,000. So some massive impacts on certainly the A-grade stock, and they're those, again, I say the owner-occupier properties for families to move into. The interesting thing is we are now starting to see it happen throughout the apartment market, which for so long has been, we've been told that it has been oversupplied, and that supply is certainly starting to be taken up by purchasers. And we are starting to see the quality apartments are fetching prices above where we thought they would be fetching prices at this time. So we're in a supercharged market heading. I don't know what happens next year. What I do know is that there are a lot of buyers around at the moment, and they're looking for property in Darwin. We've had an increase in population. It doesn't have to be a huge increase in order to make a massive difference in Darwin. I believe the figures are somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 people have decided to move to Darwin and take up residence here, which is representative of again, somewhere between 3 and 7% increase in our population. It's been really heady times in the real estate market. I know COVID and the impact on everybody down south has been huge, but the impact on our real estate market up here has been huge as well. So hopefully that continues into 2021. And my crystal ball, which has been broken many times, is indicating that that we will see that continue. So with luck, we are heading towards a boom market. Thanks for listening, guys, and look forward to seeing you in 2021. Catch you soon.